Double Mad Scientist. He's got a pretty decent curve and the coin. And then
with Hunter, you just need a powerful start, and the Druid has to start trading and never win at that point.
Oh, he actually replaced one of the scientists.
He wants the 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. That's interesting to me, because I mean, I don't play that much Hunter, so I'm just guessing that like Xixo knows exactly what he's doing.
Yeah.
But like with the coin, I would have been tempted to just keep both.
I think you just want to optimize your damage as much as possible.
What do you think about this? The juggler before the mad scientist.
Right. It's pretty much correct. Like 70% of the time or so, when your opponent doesn't have Wrath and he only has Wild Growth, you disrupt his turn 2 play, and then even if he has on turn 4, he has to have the Keeper as well. And it's not always likely. It does happen in some scenarios because obviously they're mulliganing for it, but most of the time they won't. So if you optimize your damage, you just kill him that much faster.
Yeah, that was like the one bad result there.
Yeah.
Because he had a Wrath but no Wild Growth. Because sometimes like if they have a Wild Growth and a Wrath, they might just like they might skip. They can't play both. So that can be really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now all it did was like just give a really good turn for the Druid on turn 2.
Well, man, that Leok.
Well, what do you do here?
Really
you can go for a pretty big face turn, but then you lose your Leok. You don't really want to do that.
Yeah.
I think I like trading with the Shredder here.
Okay. Let's see what comes out of it.
That's fine. Just ignore that.
Yeah.
Face not found.
Face not. Wow. Oh man. And then the follow up here is you have a lot of damage in hand. Do you still feel like you still want to weave into hero powers though, or do you want to just go for maximum damage?
Nah, you don't have to do it. Just go for it. I mean, this is a bit like weak to a swipe.
Yeah, it's weak to swipe,
but it's also turn 5, so it's not like that optimal with the mana.
Oh man,
there it is. Look at that. That's pretty good.
That's pretty good. Yeah, I would say that.
It's more than good. It's perfect.
Yeah.
It's like, you get maximum score on DDR. Good just gets you like some points, but perfect, it keeps the combos up.
Okay. Still, the Face Hunter is not really in too bad a shape.
No.
Man, Xixo's playing so fast. He just wants to get this over with. He's also been
He's trying to get rid of the cards in hand, actually play quick shot for the draw.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why he did that.
Kazan Mystic comes to the hand, but it's
a
too
bit
late.
Yeah.
Has Kazan Mystic been high impact? 'Cause I remember we saw that one game where we saw a Kazan Mystic, but then the Mage Kazan Mystic back.
Show versus Life Coach was brutal for Show.
That too. Second kill command, lots of damage.
Dogs and get rid of the
dogs.
Yeah.
Dogs and spiders, but doesn't really roll off the tongue.
Yeah. Oh, you use the spider to kill the 1/1.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Just to put the Druid even more behind.
Boomster.
Such a difficult match for the Druid.
He used both kill commands. And I mean, you do have a Force of Nature. Is it still like the point where you just have to be as defensive as possible, eliminate the minions on board, or can you play Dr. Boom and maybe even go on the aggressive?
I think out of these
you lose to Arcane Golem here, don't you?
Yeah. But you gotta play the Boom.
Oh
I feel like everything else is just too weak.
I mean, there's just so much damage. I can't even calculate that fast. I think he's 2 off.
Oh, Squire, what?
Wow.
This is cool tech that it's been starting to happen here. It's really good in the mirror matchups, especially.
And it's pretty sweet, the Clive Zuka, if you go down one
Absolutely.
Squire, then do Zuka.
Mini Scarlet Crusader. Or I guess a better mini shielded bit.
Okay. Not so good in this spot, though.
No.
Yeah, I guess it can survive a Boombot Blast.
Yeah, potentially.
I remember Garo was testing with this for a while. Yeah, not for long. And he was saying he really likes Argent Squire. And it's like an appropriate replacement for Worg and Infiltrator. So it seems like Xixo has the same idea. Or maybe they collaborate together.
Well, you can get the Druid at 2, and that's just good enough.
Yeah,
it's pretty nice. I would go for it. I mean, he still has the weapon for next turn, so even if the board gets clear, he can just hero power and weapon. So the board needs to get cleared.
He's probably thinking about combo options if it's worth clearing something.
Wow. Oh, you're right. If he has Force of Nature Savage Roar, could he die? And the answer was yes.
Yep.
Barely. Oh, he takes the actual hit with the Boombot too.
That's interesting.
I don't like that.
I would have been really tempted to put him down to 3, because I kind of understand the first.
He still has to win the game.
Yeah, because he still can like hero power and use the weapon, but that's a bit weird. Because now actually he doesn't have it anymore if those get cleared off the board.
No, he doesn't have it anymore. If he just if the druid just goes face.
And Harrison Jones, I guess.
Yeah, Harrison Jones to decline him of 2 damage or deny him.
Harrison looks pretty amazing here. I mean, you can see that there's only 2 damage on the board, so
Right.
it's actually like the only play to survive. I
You
guess.
still die to like a Leroy or Arcane Golem, right?
Any charger or even
Yeah.
like a Squire. No, not a Squire.
You'd be
mean-
safe from Wolf Rider, I think.
If you clear.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, Dr. Boom goes into a 1/1.
I think you just Harrison Jones
Yeah.
first, no matter
I
what.
think so too.
Mm.
See what you get from there.
Yeah, there isn't too much that you can get that's actually going to impact this turn unless you're running Farseers, which he may be.
It's possible. But
Someone is running
unlikely.
2 Farseers in Druid.
I mean, Tice used to do it all the time. I'm not sure anymore.
Yeah.
He's going to shapeshift,
Oh, it's just so
so he's going to
strange.
clear. Keep.
Why wouldn't you Harrison first?
He's going to Force of Nature clear.
I think that's worse. I guess you don't die to another weapon top deck
Yeah.
this way. So if
Equal
there's like
Horn
equal
Bow.
horn bow,
So he's limiting equal
Yeah.
horn bow.
but I would still like kind of prefer to see it because he can't kill him next
Oh
time.
man.
Because, I mean, by using that now, if he draws even the roar, it's not enough.
Oh my goodness, Cenarius
Oh,
is
it's not
so
good.
big, but he can't do that without hero powering and getting out of hero power range.
I think he would have had lethal now if he saved the savage. I mean, the force of nature, right? Would
Yeah, but he also potentially could have died on board. But I think
But
you're
he,
right.
he would have taken the same damage off the board.
Yeah. I guess.
But
play
I mean,
the
the
Emperor.
abusive surgeon would have been 2 damage. But then it would have been 2 less from the bow. So it's like,
I mean, Xixo still just needs to draw 1 point of damage. Just 1. Is that so hard to ask for? As a face hunter.
Could be. Yeah.
Oh,
wow.
oh man.
Sick top decks there twice in a row.
Wow. Alesh is so happy to get. You don't understand how bad Druid is against Xixo's lineup until you've played against it. It's like the
Yeah.
Mech Shaman, the Demon Lock can give Druids fits, and of course that Face Hunter is really problematic
Yeah,
too.
that's an awful start for Xixo. Druid is exactly the deck that he wanted to punish.
Wow. Alesh super happy. He pounded his desk a few times. He's
Yeah,
got
that
that,
was a-
Czechoslovakian flavor.
That's probably the most important one to get through against Xixo's lineup because there's so many good decks against the Druid in Xixo.
Yeah, that was pretty interesting. I mean, if you clear the board, the buffs don't work. If you leave the weapon up, the weapon doesn't work.
That's
Right.
true.
You break a lot of draws.
So would he had
would he
lost
have died?
then? Because there was the like abusive sergeant. but
Yeah,
could have-
actually, he would have died.
No, he
Right?
wouldn't
The
have died.
Abusive Sergeant would have. The Argent Squire would have survived.
Yeah, but it wouldn't have been enough. You would have been at 6 if you
think
did
it would've been-
Hero Power Harrison, and then you'd have lethal next turn with Savage Roar.
I think
But-
it would have been down to like.
Force an
I don't think
after.
Dr. Boom would hit into the Divine Shield, though, right?
No, you just use Doctor Moon to kill the 1/1. No.
Oh yeah, I guess so.
You'd be at 6 life.
If that
and
was
you'd
the
have no
no,
weapon.
if you're right, if that's the sequence he wants to survive. But I do think that doing it was a better way to survive and still put on pressure because the Dr. Boom hitting face was really important. If you have the 7/7 hitting the 1/1 for multiple turns in a row, you're not going to win.
But with that play, he kind of kept 6 or 2 draws, and just I feel like it was a kind of mistake. But it worked out. For
I mean,
him,
it
so-
worked out. So he played around one thing and ended
Yeah.
up being in his favor. And that's
Yeah.
what you need, a little bit of luck and
That's right.
a decisive line to play. Is this Mech Mage Mirrors? All right.
Oh,
Seems
okay.
So.
Oh,
I like
man,
one-
2 Mech Warpers.
I like one of the
Jeez.
draws way more than the other one.
I mean, if he picks up another 2-cost Mech next turn,
Oh
it's going
my
to be
God.
disgusting.
Yeah.
Imagine like a Noyatron here or something, or
Yeah.
well,
All right. Still reasonable.
Yeah,
It's
it's
okay.
still quite good.
Most likely one of the mechs will stick so that Tinkertown Technician can guaranteed
I
come
think
out.
you're actually a good face here with the 3 damage. I think this
Yeah,
is
I
like the
think so
one
too.
exception of not trading because it's like how is he gonna kill both mech warpers?
Yep. If he only had one, then you would have to trade because otherwise there can be like a frostbolt and then it just dies.
Yeah.
Pretty awkward draw for Xixo here. Almost everything.
I think Frostbolt's
Doesn't
good
look
enough.
Oh,
I think you need to get the curve too, though. If you play Frostbolt now, Tinkertown's going to be held.
that's the Harrison Jones deck.
Sixo's still in good shape just because Merity
Yeah.
counters the hand so hard.
That was a nice scientist, like a lot of value in it. You traded 1 for 1 and that secret is just huge. It's like 4 mana, 3 or 4 mana tempo here. You get a free shredder. Pretty good. Maybe he can come back from this.
Yeah, if he plays... If he plays Tinkertown, what are the ramifications of it? Because his opponent will have 4/4, can trade.
It's bad. It's
Let's
bad.
see which one he gets.
Yeah, but I think it's slightly better than having a pilot shredder given to your opponent.
Yeah, I think so though. I think that was the right one. There was also a lot of nice spare pots that he could have gotten.
That's true.
I mean, he could not have casted any of those just yet, but for the future.
I think here you kill both Mech Warpers and Frostbolt down the Tinkertown Technician.
Yeah, seems solid. Do you ping? Or maybe you can leave it up. Just play the Chaka. And so, like ping it next turn and then...
Because then you're going to play the Spire Tank next turn, too.
Yeah, it's a little risky because of the spare part, but it's fair.
Well, what spare parts would really backfire? I guess the plus health?
Yeah, plus health, little
stealth maybe.
Stealth. A lot of spare parts, actually.
So half of them.
There's a few.
Half of them, yeah.
Nah.
Pretty strong percentage, then.
But it's still like, it's a lot of like tempo lost. Well, 1 mana. Okay. There could be also, like if it was a stealth, he could also have a blast mage on the... Yeah. But I kind of like it, getting the Chaka out there.
Yeah, I think so too, because it's a mech in case you draw the Goblin Blast Mage or a Tinkertown Technician, which is a 4/4 of a Spire Tank. Just having mech board control is really important.
Yeah. I actually think you don't time rewind it here, because there's like 2 things to ping then.
Yeah. It's weak to Blast Mage, but so is everything in this matchup.
Yes. Just risk it. Well, there, no Blast Mage, so that's good.
Low type is going to be really
What do you
useful
want Mirror
later on.
Entity here? Because you saw he struggled so much with it.
Yeah, I actually like it a lot. I think it would be sweet. Oh, decides against it. Because like the first one was so painful that like you said also, like seemed like a good time for it. But he did draw an Anoyatron right here.
Yeah.
But I mean, you don't want to play it, so by playing the Mirror Entity, he would have forced him into a really awkward turn here with the Anoyatron. It's like turn 5 is not where you want to play a 2-drop.
Not if, especially because you have nothing really else to follow it up other than a ping.
Well, ping on a Snow Chugger, I guess that's fine.
Man, this is really problematic. Alesh has fallen so far behind, despite having double Mech Warper to start.
Yeah, it was that one.
It was
one
just he got out of
scientist.
range. Like, yeah, the mirror entities were very strong, and the creatures were just slightly bigger.
And even though he got the double Mech Warpers, he couldn't really utilize them. Like if he got that one Anoyatron,
that's
he could have just played it for free into the Mirror Entity first and then drop a Shredder or something. It's those small things that really can matter.
Yeah, the tempo was not that much gain for Alesh. You gained like what, 1 mana?
No, like yeah, one.
And then Xixo gained 3. Well, he also lost 1 from missing turn 1. So I guess in the end, that little small advantage snowballed the board.
Yeah. All right, swapping that. Sure, why not?
Needs a Millhouse.
Needs a
Doomsayer.
Millhouse, Mana Storm. Gosh, or Doomsayer or something.
One time Doomsayer would be.
Oh,
well, that's
the
pretty good.
Patient Assassin.
Yeah, that's like Millhouse. Well, almost as good as Millhouse, I guess.
I think Millhouse is better. Millhouse kills 2/4, demands something else.
And he's got a Goblin Blast Mage
Okay.
with the Anoyatron.
Yeah.
But the board is rather resilient against the Goblin Blast Mage.
You gotta get really lucky with the Blast Mage.
Gotta play it.
3 times on the Shredder would probably be the best thing. Or 4 times on
No,
the Tinker.
four times.
Oh, man. Oh, wow! Oh, well, Amani
that-
Berserker is pretty decent, too.
That's really good.
That was a good one.
That's really funny, man. The RNG worked both ways.
Yeah.
What to do?
It's like you're kind of happy the Pilot Trader died, but also problematic because that's a lot of damage. It's basically like a damaged Goblin Blast Mage right back.
Yeah.
Chugga.
Yeah, it's just something to fill out the curve because there's no good ping, so Harrison's
Yeah.
okay. Ideally, you'd like to draw like the small minion and fireball something, but
Ping doesn't do
Yeah.
anything at all. Just drop the minions, but he's pretty much screwed.
now here's the danger is that the board has snowballed to the point where Xixo could be starting to push for damage, especially with Ragnaros in hand, or direct damage that he might draw.
Ragnar's coming down no matter what.
Yep. It's an interesting tech card in a Mech Mage. We usually don't see that.
What
Yeah, what is that targeted for? Freeze mage, I guess, if he's really
It
expecting
just has to be decks with few creatures, because if you're playing mech mage in the later turns, you're usually pushing for face damage.
Sure.
So if they had a lot of creatures at that point, Ragnaros would be absolutely terrible.
Yeah.
Most of the time.
Most
Not
of the
all
time, you're right.
Not all the time.
Yeah.
Well, you said no matter what.
Yeah, it's coming down.
It looks like it's coming down, though, but how do you play it afterwards?
I think I like...
I think of one trade. You trade the 5-2, but with that one you go face.
Okay.
All right.
Because now you can't die. Like, if you leave everything up and it hits face, you could have been dead to a double fireball.
Now he's in fireball range. Now, is there some kind of cute play here?
Yep.
Timer Winder on the Gon Blast Mage, but that doesn't have high impact here.
Oh, I like it. So he's gonna free. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna freeze Loatheb and attack.
Yeah, I thought so. Like he's gonna
But-
be a bit YOLOing there.
Because if you play control, like at this point, you're just giving him a lot of outs to win. Not to mention the card advantage.
I don't think he can win with that.
There's like no way.
I mean, all he has is one spare, but in his hand, while his opponent has 4 cards. I think he should have
And his next draw.
I think he should have just like frozen the Loatheb and go face for 10, or what did he have on the board? Maybe
Sure.
it wasn't 10, but something.
Guess Mirror Energy should be. Oh, I guess Cogmaster. At this point, Xixo realizes how far he is ahead. Almost anything guarantees a strong minion to attack for the win.
Well, that's a good one. If it came a bit earlier.
Miracle Boombot.
Yeah, you gotta hit it for 4 on that.
Oh, I mean, he was dead either way, but.
Yeah, to the
No, unless he hits this minion for, for 4.
In theory, like if he didn't have the +1 attack, if the Boombot kills the 4 attack minion, you can kill off the Cogmaster and there's only...
One more time, Mech Mage. This time against Xixo's Rogue deck.
Yeah. Oh, God. Okay. One of the draws is a lot better than the other one.
Yes, and you know,
God.
Saps. I guess they buy time, but maybe
Yeah,
they can pick up
they
at least
buy
like.
time, so
oh
maybe you
God!
Wow. That's painful.
So do you whack the Cogmaster? I guess you do.
Yes.
Relatively innocuous if your opponent drops Mad Scientist, but there is that Snow Chugger. High impact versus Rogue. Not to mention the buff on the Cogmaster.
Well, we have that sap for the counter tempo. You spend 2 mana for a card, I'll spend 2 mana, use a card, and play a
die.
card later.
You do sab it.
Gosh.
Yeah, sap really is the only choice here, even though it's
I don't know if
It's
I like
terrible.
the attack on the Cogmaster last turn, because he could have like poisoned up here. He could have a weapon with deadly poison and 1 charge on it right now. If he skipped the attack and just like poisoned this turn instead.
Well, he didn't have the Shredder then. He thought he'd really have to stretch his hand as long as possible.
I guess, yeah.
So
That's fair.
the Deadly Poison would have turned out better, but you can't really criticize it.
That's true. He didn't have that.
So if your opponent had to sap that, you can make a lot of extrapolations of like what they have, right? Because
Or what they don't have.
or what they don't have,
That's
rather.
like
No,
good
like Fan
cards.
of Knives, huh?
Good cards.
Yeah, backstab, no SI7
Yeah.
agent really there.
Yeah.
And as a result, just go ahead and take the board initiative. Now, Xixo thankfully drew into something finally.
And again
Alright.
into that
Yeah.
thing.
Pilot Shredder into Pilot Shredder, I guess.
All right.
Let's see if it's fair, but it is. There's a lot of good ones. That's not the greatest in this, but you wanted a freeze or +1 attack or +1 health or stealth or anything else but that.
This outcome I'm sure is going to matter a lot here. Doomsayer.
Should he have attacked before that or no? Do you think it's important to try and answer to what comes out? Because if it was a taunt, then he couldn't freeze a rogue face by
it
some
might have
chance.
been good to do that first. There's so many different outcomes. Like if it could have been something scary too, maybe.
Let's see. Unfortunately, he can't use the Deadly Poison this turn for like an easy activate. I guess he could. It's just that he can't attack for an easy activation of Eviscerate and clearing the board. So now I guess
What about the sap eviscerate to take the board back?
2-3 initiative against the Azure Drake.
It's 2-3 again.
Sounds good to me.
It's gonna be the situation is gonna be the exact same next turn
Yeah.
if he does that. So it doesn't
No,
really like.
he won't be frozen next
True.
turn.
Well, that's true. That's what. That's
And
one
then
thing.
he could kill the
That's
Snow
actually
Chugga
worth.
with the Croc and the...
Yeah, that's true. He still
Alright.
needs
basically the reverse of that.
to fill the mana though, because next turn he's only got Pilot Shredder and 2, or he's got Deadly Poison and 3.
Man, that's Snow
right.
Chugga value. 4 damage, 2 freezes, a sap, and a crappy combo to eviscerate.
It's the best card in the game.
Wow, this freeze mage hunt is like so.
What to do?
I don't. What would you call that?
Freeze Mage?
Sorry, I mean the mech mage hunt. I think it's pretty good. I mean, he hasn't drawn any like mirror entities, or you don't even need the spells
Yeah.
right now.
It's pretty slow start for the Mech Mage, but now there's like if
Yeah,
you
no,
ever
but-
draw Dr. Boom, he can't deal with it.
That's true. Both of the zaps are gone.
Yeah. I mean, Sap already is an awful way to deal with Dr. Boom, generally speaking, especially if you have no board, but
Yeah.
even worse now.
Well, I'm not sure. I like Xixo's situation still here. Just force a mirror entity so you can clear the board a little bit, but you don't have a creature, so... Like, what do you hope to draw right now?
Yeah.
A prep, I guess.
Yeah, Prep Sprint,
Flurry.
Flurry, just anything that he can deal with the board. But, Alesh is being very careful to make sure not to overextend things. Unless, maybe Pilot Shredder rolls, right? Doomsayer.
It's never
Honestly,
good.
Mana Wraith is still problematic, too, because he has so many minions and he has none.
Yeah.
Tinker Oil and Blade Flurry and
Whoa.
prep.
Prep.
Well,
Okay, so
pretty good for next turn.
there is hope.
Do you save all of that next turn?
Next turn you'll have 8.
Yeah.
Think so.
What if you just kill the 3/4 mech with your Shredder? Because what comes out might just trade for his Shredder.
Yeah.
It could be a reasonable
I think
chance.
so. That's okay because his hand size is so huge and
I guess he's gonna prep Fan of Knives here.
yeah. Okay.
This
Let's
is where a
see.
disaster might come.
Right. Or
What
maybe hope.
comes
If it's a 1/1.
Disaster.
Oh,
That's a good one.
That's not fair.
Oh, man. Well, that's how you get legendary cards if all you have is a Pilot Shredder off of your free-to-play account.
Wow.
So he has no board, losing as a rogue.
Oh,
with
man.
all spells against
2
the mirror
minions.
entity and the Cho.
I guess...
No, it's actually fine because you can Deadly Poison SI7 and then start playing.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh,
Deadly
you're
Poison
right.
Blade Flurry. I mean, what is the mage gonna do with those?
Blingtron.
Yeah.
Blingtron
Here
into
comes-
Doomhammer, into Deadly Poison and Blade Flurry. With an Action Trick spell
be so
power on
sick.
board. Oh man, that would make this entire tournament. Gosh.
He could actually mill him if he does that with prep.
Yeah, but then prep Fireball. It's like,
Yeah, usually you're not like using Fireball for tempo though.
it's true.
Yeah.
If they have Fireball, you usually lose if they're pushing damage. How many cards does he have? He's got 7, so he just has to do 2 more spells? Nah, it's not worth it, I guess.
I think it might be.
Well, you have to play a 3rd card here. Because you'd only put him at 9 cards with his Blade Flurry. And you don't really want to give him that prep.
That's so funny. Oh my goodness.
He is such a troll, dude. Well, definitely really good plays here from Xixo to try to recover the board.
You just saw a flurry. Just go for like double Tinker Towns here. Get those minions out of your hand. What are you supposed to wait for?
What's funny though is it fills up his hand again with more spare parts. So
Oh, yeah, how
there
many
is
is
a
it?
realistic chance that he could
Miller time.
mill out the Dr. Boom or mill out second Fireball.
Like another. Well, he could even sprint. Like the sprint is useless for the mates right now. Like how?
Teacher prep sprint. Oh, you can't prep though to give him.
Yeah, you don't want to give him a prep. I
Not
think.
anymore.
But you do want that extra mana, so that way you can use like
think-
Farseer or something else.
I think I just like Violet Teacher Tinker Poison.
Oh wait, that's right. The Tinker Sharpsword Oil is relatively useless, although
So-
you can still get 3 damage on a minion.
So you like backstab the Divine Shield off the Annoyatron, or
Pay attention, class.
Something like that.
Just give it a prep. Say screw
In
it.
the prep, okay.
well, it's not that easy to use, I guess. I mean, he can prep like a fireball, but that's also gonna discard the next draw.
Yeah, I think he just wants to get the Farseer out here.
Okay.
Actually, the Tinker Oil being kind of wasted is fine. And the reason that is because if the mage has any hope of playing out his hand, he actually has to ping his own Cho.
Dude, this game is actually really wonky.
Yeah.
What is he gonna draw next? What do you think? Can you just give me another mech? What if he draw? What if
He's
he
not
loses
gonna
his
draw
burn?
anything.
Hey,
Well, that's not too bad. You don't mind losing that so much.
Blade
the-
Flurry. Where's my weapon?
This is why you play Blingtron, by the way. For when you face off against Rogue.
This is so funny.
Dude, Blingtron would be ridiculous right now. Like, the Rogue has a 4-1 weapon
I mean,
already.
how hilarious would it be if that was a milled card? Like, he lost his Blingtron. Oh, man. Wait, you give a reversing switch to your opponent, too.
Yeah, but come on.
But you gotta do something.
You have to ping the
about
4-1.
He wants to use his mana as efficiently as possible.
That Joe really like added a cool twist to this game.
Super awkward. Okay, so he's also got 9 damage of burst, right? And
Is that with or without the deadly poison Blade Flurry?
well, he's got that. He's got 15. And then the Tinkertown's 4, so it's 19. So let's do that.
So what do you guys think? Is he in bad enough shape to just like go for face and hope for a top deck, or do you try to fight for the board and like kill that off, time rewind it, play an Annoyatron and play it again or something? Oh, what is he prepping? Fireball?
He's gonna fireball the teacher. He's gotta go quick, man. He's gonna be losing
Yeah.
time. Uh-oh.
Quick.
Why is he prep fireballing as opposed to just
Did him.
fireballing?
Let's see.
There's a lot of things happening when it's not his turn right now.
He did get the damage, and I was like,
Oh, he wanted to freeze. Yeah. Uh-oh. Alesh ran out of time. And he's not looking too happy.
Yeah, I think missing the Frostbolt was pretty big.
Yeah.
Oh my god, never mind.
Wow, second Blade Flurry. I mean, Rogue is right back in this game.
I
feel
think you
like-
actually
yeah.
just use the SI7 here.
I think Alesh should have like utilized one of the time rewinders last time. Maybe. Like he could have killed off a minion with if he wants to go for the board, or like just choose a line of play, like go for face, fireball face, or just to try to get
Control the board.
Yeah, that was kind of weird. Like I don't know.
That was definitely a little awkward, and as a result, his hand was full just a minute ago, but now it's full of situational cards. Very situational cards.
Extremely situational cards.
Maybe Xixo has Blingtron and forgets what he's donated.
Maybe he has Sneeds, and Sneeds summons Blingtron, and then you time rewinder Blingtron, and then you can use Deadly Poison.
Wait, was
Blade
that
Flurry.
good? Oh, okay. Why don't you guys check?
Well, that wasn't good. What?
I feel like they could have been better trades, but maybe I just misinterpreted.
So the Violet Teacher, or Violet Apprentice. Yeah, I don't see anything wrong with it.
Okay.
Of course, in this process we saw Mad Scientist and Frostbolt. So now Alesh is left top decking, and Rogue's taking initiative onto the board.
Maybe
That's
he had
pretty
a-
impressive. This is really a good play from Xixo to be able to weather this kind of storm.
Maybe Alesh added like one unstable portal in there, and he's gonna get a Blingtron from it. And
Yeah, it seems more likely than the Sneed's suggestion I made.
so
Is Blingtron really his out? That definitely has to be more.
please be there.
Oh, and the Emperor as well. So he plays Emperor in this Rogue deck. All that direct damage.
Yeah.
Just play Fireball and time rewinder the Fireball back.
Twice.
Catch it midair. Twice. Oh man, he has to play the control game.
Yeah, that's not gonna work.
No.
Dude, this is pretty crazy. Although the mirror entity is somewhat annoying, but still, you can deal with it, and you can play Dr. Boom. Oh man, Alesh taps out, and I think he realized that there was definitely a moment in this game where it all went wrong, and it started with that Lord Walker Cho. Mm-hmm. Who knew, man?
You really think Lord Walker Cho was
My
the problem?
brother, Lord Walker Cho.
I don't think that was.
Zombie Cho.
Wow.
That is amazing. This class is really good.
It's gonna work.
It's
actually gonna work.
Yeah, it's gonna get a win here, I think.
The Lightning Storm and double Zombie Chow. And
Wow.
Haunted Creeper.
That's a sick hand against the mech.
I mean, originally Shaman was one of the most adept classes at taking out some of the early aggros if you can get a start like this.
Well, the Power Mace actually shuts it down completely, so it's fine.
Yeah, the power mass helps a lot, but I mean, there's a lot of totems that you can roll here. And but it
It's just taunt.
Yeah.
What are the totems?
Well, I guess just taunt. I mean, one is.
Did you miss?
No, I hit the face. I play Hunter. Pew!
Okay.
That'd be really funny, man, if there's some kind of achievement. No, don't launch it. We're not ready for takeoff.
Oh,
Mine's ready to take off.
Much time to prepare.
Yeah, actually,
Shoot
Zombie
his
Chow
mana
Opener
crystals.
gets completely crushed by that Power Mace.
Yeah, the Power Mace is really nasty. Not to mention the minion that comes out with it. If you put out the 5/6 Spider Tank.
Yeah.
Very reasonable. Now, at the same time, though...
There's no answer to that. Oh, yeah, there is. Double Flame Tongue.
Yeah. 2 Flame Tongue totems. So that's why I think it might be safer here. The board's still not exactly secure.
Yep.
And so he's playing around
hello.
that. Now, it's just as simple as Earthshock, though, to completely ruin his day.
Well, he doesn't have it. That power mace. It's such a great card in that deck.
Really good for tempo. And
What do you think about Lightning Storm here? Lightning Storm or Rock Biter?
It might be a bit early, but I mean, no.
It locks your mana up for 2, so
Yeah.
you'll have 3 next turn.
The 3 mana is kind of weird for next
Yeah.
turn, but
Yeah.
I mean, he gets to split the spiders here.
I think the important thing is because you have Flame Tongue Totem, you want to totem as much as possible with your hero power.
Yeah, but
that's the
if you
key.
leave one creature up, you're losing your Flame Tongue for nothing.
That's true. That is also a very good point.
I think the Rock Biter Lightning Storm's the best play.
Lightning Storms also it can be valuable to keep for a little bit later on. But I do kind of like that because then you have three minions on the board afterwards, and with flame tanks in your hand, you should be able to trade for anything that comes out of them. Okay.
Double Flame Tongue. That's pretty reasonable. Making
Yeah.
sure the Flame Tongues can at least trade. If he has a mech, which he does. Plenty of them.
Yeah, that's not bad. I kinda
Actually, I
this.
like that play a
Yeah.
lot. Because
pretty
Lightning
nice.
Storm is so key against a deck that's board-oriented, that floods, especially like Mech Mage. And he's protecting his health a lot, too.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, if you lose the board at this stage, how do you win?
I mean,
got a
he's
Rock
not. That's,
Biter.
that's why he's playing these 2 Flame Tongues, because he's building his board, essentially. Any totem he rolls afterwards.
But usually Lightning Storm from behind. Like, that's when it's actually good.
It's true.
Well, you don't have to use
But,
it like that. I think you can just...
But if he doesn't have to, then he's in a really dumb position. Say he's clearing Lightning Storms, and now he's picking up really good trades. Also, it frees up his mana in case he draws something like 4, 5 or higher.
Yeah. This would have kind of backfired, I feel like, if Xixo was to have a Rock Biter in his hand and a mech for 3 or less mana, because then he could have killed
True.
both of the Flame Tanks quite easily, but there the Flame Tank actually gets a trade.
So he's
And-
going to first go ahead pick it up.
Wow.
Oh, that's annoying.
Yeah.
It's really annoying. Although, is there anything that is impact? Loatheb can't be played. It's pretty amusing.
Yeah, maybe it's not bad. I mean, it does slow down both players.
I think it's gonna be Crackle though.
Crackle on the Flame Tongue.
Yep, next turn you Loatheb then.
So you crackle and then play Spider Tank.
Yeah, seems reasonable.
Just keep in mind the narrow bar might really screw up.
But the
Fire
Nullbar
Elemental
won't
play.
die, so you can't play Loatheb.
Oh. Okay.
So next turn you have
you'd have to do Shredder.
Shredder and
Cogmaster.
Cogmaster.
That's good too.
Yeah,
But then this Emperor Thorsten's going to go uncontested. Well, not uncontested, but there's no way to clearly deal with him.
it's so good if he drops it here.
It is, because Lightning Storm for 2 mana now. It's like, that's actually...
Oh, well, I guess this makes sense in a way, but what I really
Now
love
he can
to
play
see-
Lotheb.
Yeah.
But then now he can play Thorsten pretty safely, too. I guess it all calculates okay.
Reaver time.
Fel Reaver comes out on 5 mana available. Pretty nasty.
That's a good one.
Yeah, so Emperor
Yeah.
Thorsten doing pretty good. And
Reaver
he
can't
loses
really- Oh,
Rockbiter
Doomhammer.
and Doomhammer. I mean, again, essentially, it doesn't matter until he decks out, but if he can stall out the Fel Reaver with, like, Taunt Totems even, it's like, then he can't actually do anything with Fel Reaver, and you lose all threats that you draw.
Yeah.
That belch is pretty sweet right here.
It's really Lotheb that's pretty sweet because it's going to make it so Alesh can't actually mill Xixo.
Yeah. Not with that hand anyway.
I think Lotheb has to be played. I think it's Lotheb Mech Warper.
Probably.
If you play Mech Warper, you're going to be floating 1 mana if you play everything else. Yeah, you do put out a reasonable amount of damage, though, even more than what you do with Lotheb. I mean, this deck is really far behind the damage count by now. That's like the scary part. But the nice thing is your opponent isn't up on the cards.
Not yet.
That's-
It is
Not
a
yet.
control and
Right.
shaman, so he probably will be quite soon.
Lightning Storm could easily just wipe
Yeah.
a lot of those things out.
He can see that there's only 2 cards in Alesh's hand. But one of them could easily be a storm. Okay, he's going for the Lotheb. Oh, that's
Taunt Totem is pretty nice.
kind of okay.
The best, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I suppose
true.
Healing Totem would be okay, too. Defender of Argus.
Wow.
Yeah, that is really big.
His minions are like positioned a bit weird. I guess that's
No,
actually,
it's perfect.
It's actually
Yeah.
good. Because he can get a lot. That's so good.
What were the 3 cards? I saw Fel Reaver and
Yeah, the other Fel Reaver was down.
shoot the mana crystals. Oop,
Let's
I missed.
see. Do we get to see what was ripped? No, there's no log of the discard.
If you really, even if you play Defender, it doesn't show.
No.
Oh.
Just have to pay it close attention.
Gotcha. Well, we do know Doomhammer was gone too, and the second Fel Reaver. So there's a lot of bombs that are missing here. A Fire Elemental off the top is pretty nice, though.
Yeah, sure is.
Fel Reaver still doing work. Hero
that's
powers.
Playing it slow.
Taking it easy. Neptulon off the top.
Wow, okay.
And he
You can actually play the hand. I think you Neptulon first.
Yeah.
Because if you can get a Bluegill warrior, you can Rockbiter the Bluegill.
And you can kill the Fire Elemental.
That's so funny.
That's insane. This is Alesh's favorite card, by the way. He says Neptulon is his #1 favorite card.
It's such a cool
Actually,
card,
no. Okay, no. You can only can't play a Grimskill and a Bluegill. If he had 10 mana, he'd get a Grimskill, Bluegill, Rockbiter for free on the Defender of Argus to clear the board.
Oh, yeah, and there's more mills.
Oh my God, that
Ragnaros
is
is
so
gone.
much mill. I think you just play the 2/1s.
The 2/1s and then Rockbiter, the...
Yeah. No, the
totem.
The totem into
and
the
then
Fel
trade.
Reaver.
Yeah. That's funny, dude. Oh my goodness. Xixo's going to lose so many cards. He's only got 6 left after this.
so it's actually gonna
No
be
Dr.
empty.
Boom. No Ragnaros. He's got almost no threats left.
He will have no threats left.
Oh
will
my
actually be nothing
God.
left.
He's actually got no more cards.
There's no way he can win because
He's
got
out of
30 left.
cards. And suddenly, every single hater against Fel Reaver has been vindicated. Like, see? I know why this card sucks.
Yeah.
And Murloc saved the day. Who would have known Murloc
Not
Raiders?
just Murloc Raiders.
That's
saved the
right.
day.
Of all
Wow.
things.
I used
Wow.
to think that's a bad card, but I mean, those were pretty good.
That's right. This Shaman class is amazing. Blizzard,
Well,
good
we will
job
see
putting
more
in
of-
Blackrock Mountain.
We will see more of Fel Reaver. With Conquest, we have to see every deck win now. I actually think this is one of the decks, the Fel Reaver Shaman, to be clear, that most people are actually claiming ladder with right now.
Oh yeah,
It
that's
was,
the deck that
yeah.
RDU got the rank 1 as well today.
Yeah, I think everyone knows that by now.
It's gonna be quite hard to remove those small minions. Oh,
Alright.
there's Mortal Coil. That's exactly what you want to have
Yeah.
against Hunter.
And then everything else is like,
What do
I
you
guess you could
That's
big
a
game
Dr.
Hunter
Boom.
there or something
What's wrong with
else.
that? There's nothing wrong with Dr. Boom.
Well, it's pretty strong card.
Yeah. 15 face.
I guess the only thing wrong
Not
with
bad.
Dr. Boom is it costs 7 mana.
Yeah.
It should be 6.
Yeah. You should just like nerf him. Like 6 mana, 6/6 with 2 boom bots. That would be way more balanced.
I remember,
Actually, why
wasn't it
stop
That's
there?
Admirable said that Boombot should have Taunt and then it'd be a good card? Like when he was first evaluating, and I thought that. I mean, it's so easy to laugh retrospectively, but it's like funny to think about. Like, oh yeah, Dr. Boom needed to have those Boombots to be Taunt.
I actually think to represent like Dr. Boom World of Warcraft, they should just really nerf him. He should be a 1 mana 1/1 with 2 boom bots.
There are 7/7.
Oh, just 1/1s. 3 1/1s for 1.
3/1/1.
He was not that good in WoW. Was Dr. Boom anywhere this good in WoW?
He was like just some random dude with bombs around him, and it was fun because the bombs would never kill him. So you just group up a bunch and like deal damage.
Oh, just
to
keep
him or
exploding it.
He was like completely irrelevant for like lore or anything in
Yeah.
World of Warcraft.
Gotcha.
Which is kind of.
But for Hearthstone,
funny. Yeah.
this is Dr.
Wow.
Boom's game.
Yeah, Dr. Boom's
Who's
time to
laughing
shine.
now?
Yeah. Not Illidan.
Dude, Alesh is stabilizing here, relatively
Kind of.
speaking. I mean, he's drawing into like cards to stay alive. And
He
Xixo's
is
trading
drawing
a lot.
cards to stabilize, but he's playing Demon Lock. So the Demon Lock needs a little bit of presence to get things going. While Hand Lock, like with the Giants, you can have like a huge turnaround turn. The Demon Lock, you need a little bit more
Right.
already there.
This is his new deck, by the way, that he brought to the round of 8. And you know, what if he gets to the point where maybe he can play Mal'Ganis and Hunter has to not do anything?
Yeah.
It can't hit phase. What
This
would
is
it
so
do?
funny, by the way, because against Hunter, it's the only matchup where you want to roll low,
Yeah.
usually with the implosion. You don't want a 4 because there could be Unleashed Beast.
Yeah, now the trap fetched is Explosive Trap.
All right. Well, there's only one thing. There's only one target in this game for Xixo at the moment.
Yep.
Just keep hitting the face.
Yep.
There's looks like it to be pretty straightforward. Demon Lock, no with Molten Giants like Demon Hand Lock.
No, those are a little bit hard to fine tune, and like when you go like all over the place like that, it becomes like, you know, maybe a bad deck for Conquest, let's say.
Yeah. Although Kalento did really well with it in one tournament. But then again, Kalento does things that don't apply to other people, like play Priest and win.
He can play some really bad decks and still win, so I don't know.
Let's see. So, is there a way for Alesh to win from this position? He has to draw some kind of defensive card next turn.
It's gonna be hard.
And he can clear the board here with Abusive Sergeant, but then that only leaves him a few options. And I think he'd like to save the coin, right, for Mal'Ganis?
Yeah, you gotta wait. Like Mal'Ganis is the way for Alesh
Right.
to win. So if he next turn objects, let's say, I think he should have Abusive Sergeant to get the full clear. Okay.
Sylvanas doesn't seem like it'd have much impact.
Yeah, he's planning some kind of Abusive Sergeant big game hunt.
He just needs the coin
Yeah.
for Mal'Ganis, that's all.
Oh, that's a good point. The big game hunter on the Sylvanas might be able to help him with something. But it's like emphasis on might. What if he just gets a charger with 3/1?
Oh, what?
Quick shot.
Okay.
If he picks up a second quick shot, is that lethal?
I think that's...
No.
That's not gonna
1 mana
yeah.
off lethal. Oh, no, sorry. He had the hero power as well, so...
So
Still very close.
Heal bot? Is that even enough?
Heal bot! Tap. Oh, he can't tap heal bot. That stinks.
Yeah, that's the game.
Yeah, it is.
You can abusive big game your Sylvanas.
Yeah.
Steal at 1/1.
Yeah.
Oh, that would have been a strong play.
Oh, why didn't he do that?
Clearing the board there. Getting board control.
Well, that wraps up game 5. And Xixo takes a 3-2 lead. And this slow start from Xixo. He needs to draw perfect from this point on until he can put this Yeti out.
That's like, so horrible.
That is really bad.
He's basically playing off the top of his deck right now. There's nothing...
He's essentially holding one card, which is Yeti.
Okay.
Oh,
That's so wrong.
And there's like Nerubian Egg with Hellfire, and like there's so many ways to answer. Alesh is not going to miss his opportunity.
But if he draws okay here, Xixo will have...
Oh,
I think you just go for it. You have to Yeti. You cannot totem here.
I think so too.
Actually, no, you
You
can
are
shock.
shocked.
You can totem and attract. That's
maybe
true.
you should, because then there's like nothing too bad can happen. And also like the coin, maybe you want to coin out something else.
I mean, this happens
Fire
every so often with the mech mage. The mech shaman.
Okay, let's go with the Yeti.
Okay.
It's a bit weak to like something like power overwhelming mortal coil, but that's a combination of cards and you can't really like play around everything. He could dark bomb the Yeti here. I mean, he's
Yeah,
gonna do it anyway
preemptively.
later, so just to get like use his mana efficiently. I actually would love to see that.
Yeah. Then what else would be coming out here on turn 4? Like Pilot Shredder, and if it does, then you Hellfire, because only one mechanical Yeti's in this deck.
Yep.
Dude, I think Xixo realizes Alesh might realize like how weak his opponent's hand must be. Also, consequently, how powerful it must be from turn 5 onwards.
But I wouldn't rule Xixo out just yet, because the Warlock doesn't seem to be putting up that much pressure or anything. So even though Xixo's hand is slow, he will have time. To play those.
Right now, we might see a Fel Reaver, and that is going to be tragic. No, Lotheb.
Yeah, Lotheb makes
better.
sense here.
But the Emperor is like
Yeah.
quite a good card. to
Yeah,
play.
now Mal'Ganis is cheaper. Defender can slide in much quicker.
Yeah.
Force your opponent to do something about it.
Reversing switch going to 0 mana. That's also really good against Shaman, because you
Again-
can remove a totem or so.
No, here I think you Lava Burst. If you Lava Burst, you can play the Fel Reaver next turn. So if you Lava Burst, what else can you do with your mana? I think you can play the Cogmaster and the Annoyatron. Lava Burst, Cogmaster, Annoyatron.
Would you freeze
I-
with Coolant and then push face with
I think I like that actually a bit better.
The
I
freeze?
think you wanna keep the
Yeah,
Lava Burst
Doomhammer.
for like finishing the game.
Yeah,
with direct damage.
I love this
with
play
combination
actually.
of with Crackle, so yeah. That's
Now,
pretty good.
one thing that's nice for Alesh is if he knows his deck, there's only one Urshock. So if he puts up a wall of taunts, like he puts up Antique
And the Killbot Defender.
Antique Healbot and Defender, it's like his opponent can't push through. He has to go through the hard way.
Oh, that's actually an amazing turn here. That's pretty much perfect considering that
Right.
he's not running any Molten
Oh
Giants.
man, now Mal'Ganis is cheap too.
7 mana. He can play his Mal'Ganis and Big Game Hunt it on next turn.
Wow.
That's so strong.
That is amazing. Or even, on a serious note, if his opponent played like Fel Reaver, he could big game hunter it and play Dr. Boom. Like that's crazy too. And his opponent's overloading every single turn too, so this is like really, really awkward spot for Xixo.
Yeah.
Wait, what? What? No, that's a misplay.
Wait,
That's a huge misplay.
What did he do?
huh? He attacked into
He attacked the 4/4 taunt
Yeah.
for no reason with Doomhammer and then killing
Oh
it with
no,
Lotheb.
I think. Is that gonna cost
Yeah,
him?
that
He took
happened.
so much damage.
Wow. Well, that's
What just happened?
That's not something.
Huh?
Oh.
Should he just drop Mal'Ganis, or I think you're still afraid of rock biters, so Mal'Ganis would be okay. You can even clear the board with Dark Bomb.
Yeah.
I think you should flip
you flip your
Mal'Ganis. No, I think you should flip
Flip
Mal'Ganis.
Mal'Ganis.
Oh yeah, so I guess it has more health. Your opponent doesn't play Big Game Hunter.
Yeah. There we go. A little bit more
Nice.
eternal.
Dude, this is heating up, and now he can't really get rid of Mal'Ganis.
If he didn't do that play, it would have actually died to the fire elemental, and well, he would have taken. Actually, no.
He would have taken
He would have
18.
taken 18.
But you're
A
right.
little bit too much.
But you're right. He could have dealt with
Maybe push it.
Mal'Ganis. Is that game?
Yes,
That's
it
game.
is.
Oh
Doomguard
my
getting
god,
a
this
top,
Demon Lock has pushed through. Mal'Ganis saves the day. Or I guess Doomhammer saves the day.
Yeah.
Took so much damage from it.
Yeah, if he didn't do the Doomhammer play, Alesh would not have had lethal there.
Oh no.
So
wow.
that turn was accelerated by 1 turn because of just pure misplay.
Xixo needs to get this
Guys,
together for the last
Nerves
game.
are so real here in the quarterfinals. I can't even imagine if Xixo chokes twice in SeatStory Cup 2 and 3, where like he was in good position in semifinals.
No, hold on.
Hold on. I mean, Med can Mage
Mulligan left.
can mulligan.
Oh,
No,
come
he
on.
might get a
No, he
coin.
can't. He can't do that.
I mean, he might
That's
get his
right.
own mech warper.
The Neutron is kept. Frostbolt.
Hello. Well, there is no mech warper just yet.
Right.
So that sucks.
Shaman wins, boys.
Power Mace is really important, especially against Mech Mage. Okay.
Not that
that's-
great here.
I mean, Tinkertown Technician is still problematic. 4 damage is really hard to get unless you have Crackle, and that locks you up mana-wise.
The Annoyatron does stop the power mace quite well.
Right. In fact, because he has Frostbolt, and he can get the board with Tinkertown, I mean, as long as Alesh doesn't keep drawing like this with Archmage and Dr. Boom.
Yeah.
Rockbiter.
Imagine a
Yeah.
mech warper here. It would be so good. Oh, that's decent too.
That's decent for next turn.
Yeah, for next time.
Because if you can stop your opponent from playing those power cards like Fire Elemental too as the game develops, you'd be in a good spot. I mean, I think
One
Alesh
thing-
has a chance.
Actually,
Yeah.
I think Alesh is winning
Alesh
because
is definitely winning.
Power Mace has no mechs to target.
No,
Oh, it's got 1 mech, and that's.
I
not
think the
gonna
play
be
here is
immediate.
Lava Burst Cogmaster.
I think so. That feels horrible to lava burst that and take the overload for next time.
It's alright, because you just Power Mace next turn. It costs you a totem.
It is until your opponent plays the second Neutron and Mad Scientist. Then it's like a little bit more inefficient damage again.
Yeah.
Mad Scientist is really big too, because almost everything will be guaranteed to get picked off by it, and your opponent can only play Fell Reaver.
This is so annoying.
No, you can't. It's just 3.
Oh, it's 3 mana. You're right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Well,
There's no way to go through on 3 mana, though.
Do you save that Cogmaster for the inevitable Mirror Entity? You should, right?
Yeah.
That's like the least. That's like the
Okay.
the least.
should be an okay.
Damaging minion.
Nope.
He just favors the board. All can come crumbling down.
But no blast mage. Blast mage would have been so good.
Oh man! So if he plays the Mech Warper, he can play Spire Tank and armor plating, and then put the health on the Neutron.
Oh, that's
I think you
nice.
just ping, don't you? Oh,
You
can't
don't have
ping.
enough mana,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
you can.
I wouldn't be too surprised to see him keep the armor plating for the Antonidas.
Actually,
But
yeah,
I
it doesn't
kinda
matter. I thought it was going to make a bigger
Yeah.
impact, but
Actually, think that I would like him to play it here.
maybe on the Mech Warper, so we can't Fire Elemental it.
Like the holding on to it for the Antonidas seems too slow. The game is most likely decided by the
Reaver
the-
boys.
Do you give your opponent?
But here's that Mirror Entity, dude.
Yeah.
He's that Mirror Entity, so it's
Oh,
like he
no.
just smashes the face.
You know what would be good right now? Cogsmith.
Cogmaster, yeah.
What? It's a Cogsmith.
Oh, he hasn't been upgraded yet? Wow.
that armor.
This is so bad for Xixo. Although that healing totem does allow him to prevent the ping.
Xixo.
Oh, wow.
that's
That
such a
is
weak
actually
turn for
a,
Alesh.
a dead draw.
Wow, Xixo absolutely has to pick up something that he can throw into the mirror entity here.
Preferably 2 mana.
Something. Oh, that works.
Yeah, because you can chop it down.
Yeah.
Do you
Yeah.
actually like the attack into the Cogmaster? I think attacking the totem and pinging the Cogmaster is better. Or is that gonna screw you up later? Because he'd have to use the creature and the weapon hit to kill your creature, so you'd kill the totem for free.
That might have been alright. I mean, he had like nothing to do there, so. I mean, why not? The healing totem is not that scary though, and yeah, well, for the future.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
That tempo.
Yeah.
That missing 6 mana was such a big deal.
There we go.
Okay. Well, that's something.
Just
man.
hit the whirlwind thing once.
Yes. He has to hit it. No, that sucks, because now he has to ping it, which means that he can't play the mirror entity.
Yeah.
Which means that Xixo will get to play the Dr. Boom. Wow, so much RNG.
Yeah, Xixo's gonna win this one, it seems.
Wow.
It's extremely back and forth, but those big creatures are just crazy.
Yeah. Well, if he hit the...
Or you
Zadomatic
could
here.
you could take
so big.
24 by leaving it up.
Wow, well...
No?
Sounds like a
No,
bad
no.
idea.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
All right, well, you know, the totem ends up being somewhat useful.
Yeah.
Gaining him 5 health. And Xixo takes a commanding lead on the board here.
Yeah, we need some ridiculous boom bot RNG here.
Yeah, it's coming.
All right, well, couple of milled cards. Doesn't really matter as long as he's hitting face. Oh man,
good.
Anoyatron is actually pretty excellent to stop some of the damage.
Fits perfectly with the curve as well, so he gets to play the boom.
Fel Reaver gets to hit the face twice. If you're willing to discard like 6 to 9 cards to do 14 or 16 damage, that's amazing.
Oh, he's actually choosing straight.
He's gonna play his own Dr. Boom then
Okay.
to try to control the board there.
Yeah, I guess it's safer to trade. Just in case Alesh is holding like double fireballs. Which is not the case.
All right, Boombot saved the day.
That's
Nope.
not gonna save
That
the
is
day.
awful. Alesh looks devastated. There's actually, like, he has to just hit the Fire Elemental now, right? Otherwise, he
think
just
so.
dies? His other hope would be to use Pilot Shredder. No, he can't. Should he play Pilot Shredder first?
What to do? What
Kind of like pinging Xixo's bot at this point. So it hits your bot and then kills the Fire Elemental.
You want your bot to do the 1 damage, though, to the Noyatron at least. Pilot Shredder might give you something to stall.
Right.
It's now or never. This is Alesh's tournament life on the line. Dope.
Oh, that's something. That's not the worst, guys.
So should he play the Clockwork now for the spare part for Antonitis? No, I guess he doesn't have enough mana and time to do that.
Yep.
Wow.
Fel
another
Reaver number
Fel
2.
Reaver.
Frostwolf
That
Grunt
don't.
saves the
it's
day.
like 2-6 right here.
Oh, you can't play the Fel Reaver. He can die.
Unless.
No.
Oh.
Nope.
Now it's a 2/7.
Plays the Fel Reaver, he loses. He could potentially lose.
How could he potentially lose?
Double Fireball.
to do?
But that's game right there.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, well, looks like that's it. And Xixo has managed to stabilize and go to the round of 4. What a breath of relief
Yeah,
for him.
what a close one.
Sure was.
Absolutely insane. As looks like you're going to shake hands, but a great moment for Xixo as he once again repeats top 4 for SeatStory Cup.
Yep.